This week, we're talking about elephant migration, dolphin stranding, cyanide bombs, a warming world, and cool stuff in space. Coming at you now on Animal Matters. We begin the show this week with animals on the move. Many animals, including the elephants you just saw, migrate a long way, across states or provinces, countries, even continents. And animals don't recognize political borders and human boundaries, and this is a problem for migratory species. Yeah, maybe humans decided a while ago that there should be a border in places like here or here, but elephants don't care about that. You know the old saying, migratory species are going to migrate. So how do we protect animals in a human world that's all chopped up and divided into artificial segments that mean nothing to these species? It's important for us to create the necessary space for animals like elephants to move freely. That means creating corridors. But those corridors cross over many borders, so we need to get a lot of people on board. How do we do that? Well, the 12th Convention of the Conservation of Migratory Species, CMS, happens next week, and IFAW will be there along with many others. In fact, CMS brings together 124 countries in which migratory animals live or pass through, and provides a legal framework for internationally coordinated conservation measures, including protection of the animals themselves and their habitats. Migratory species need our help, and it's going to take the efforts of many countries, across many borders, to create safe spaces and corridors where migratory species can move and thrive. It's Wolf Awareness Week around the world, and we wish we were celebrating by sharing cool wolf facts, like the fact that wolves don't eat in moderation. Join the club. Yeah, they can consume like 20 pounds of meat or something at a sitting. It's crazy. But unfortunately, rather than celebrating, we're asking for your help, because wolves are dying, and not in a way you might expect. They're being killed by cyanide. Cyanide landmines, to be exact. Yeah. As a part of a federal program to eliminate, quote, nuisance animals, the U.S. Wildlife Service uses a variety of baited poison traps to indiscriminately kill any creature unlucky enough to come into contact with them. Back in March, 14-year-old Canyon Mansfield went for a walk with his 3-year-old yellow lab Casey behind his family's Idaho home. When Canyon came upon a pipe sticking out of the ground, he thought it looked like a sprinkler. But when he touched it, it blew up. Canyon was extremely fortunate and only suffered minor damage. Casey, his dog, was not so lucky. And there was nothing Canyon could do while he watched as Casey died, convulsing before him. The family attests that there was no warning, alert, or form of notice posted regarding the planting of these devices near their property, some just a few hundred yards from their backyard swing set. In an official comment, a spokesperson from the Department of Agriculture's Wildlife Service expressed regret at the loss of the family's beloved pet. They also said that this was the first unintentional discharge of an M44 since 2014. Not exactly a statistic to be proud of. Casey died in excruciating agony, and that was an accident, a tragic accident. But animals like wolves, coyotes, and more are dying in excruciating agony on purpose. This needs to stop. Call or write your representative and urge them to co-sponsor Canyon's law. Moving on. Do you lie awake at night stressing about things like rent, bills, your job? Well, I have another topic to add to that list. The world is melting around us. Don't believe me? Right now, I'm currently in New England and it's 75 degrees out. It's the middle of October. I may be wearing flannel, but I'm sweating. Climate change is real, and someone needs to tell that to the current administration, because the head of the EPA, the most powerful climate change denier, Scott Pruitt, announced that they'll be rolling back the Clean Power Plan. Clean Power Plan. Clean power. It's important. The CPP would have shifted resources toward cleaner energy, limiting greenhouse gas emissions, and slowing global warming. But now, the war against coal is over. The war against science, on the other hand, rages on, and the effects are everywhere. Have you noticed the increase in floods, wildfires, earthquakes, hurricanes? I mean, it's like we're living in a Michael Bay film, and none of us asked for it. The oceans are getting bigger, sea ice is declining, glaciers and ice sheets are getting smaller. So what can we do? Well, we have a voice and now is the time to use it. Reach out to your congressperson. Tell them to protect environmental programs, protect scientific research and animal welfare programs, protect the EPA, the ESA, the MMPA. Protect our planet. See the links in the comments for how you can help. Next up, Cape Cod has a stranding problem. In fact, it has one of the biggest stranding problems in the world. And big problems need big solutions. So we went as big as you can go and teamed up with NASA, who gave us this really cool sticker, to study how space might be affecting marine mammals. The team hypothesized that space weather in a galaxy far, far away might be affecting marine mammals' internal GPS systems right here on the Cape. We've all been there. You're driving in an unfamiliar town and your phone has no service, so Google Maps can't tell you where to turn next. Except for us, it's a minor inconvenience. For them, it's deadly. The team found some interesting connections between the oceanic environment and other factors, and while there's no clear connection between space weather and strandings, it's important for researchers to rule out factors as they zero in on the solutions for these big problems. Our marine mammals are facing desperate times, and innovative solutions will likely be key for predicting these stranding events. And IFAW and NASA will be right there at the forefront. As we continue our research in hopes of finding a solution to dolphin strandings, we're still ready to rescue dolphins at any time. We leave you this week with the footage of the rescue of 12 dolphins stranded in Wellfleet Wednesday afternoon. The dolphins were treated and transported to a beach in Provincetown and were safely released into the ocean on Wednesday night. That's our report for this week. Animal Matters airs live every Friday afternoon Eastern. For updates, check out IFAW.org and follow us on Twitter at @ActionForIFAW. Remember, animals matter to people and the planet. So join us in being part of the solution.
Okay. And now I'm gonna place the tag. Get your hips into him, get your legs. There you go. There you go. Apply pressure. Lean in towards your person across from you. Good job. All right.
Do you get a spotlight?
All right.